Hello everyone, welcome to Neo's VR. I did do a Twitch stream a little bit earlier today, but the video didn't turn out quite as I hoped. So I'm going to give you another information demo on the Possibilon non-player character. So I'm in Neo's VR, nice to meet you all, I'm Ideatron. And what I'm going to show you today is a quantum computing cyber alien virtual agent or non-player character. It has machine learning. You can hear it in the background. There's a Possibilon. Hello. The Possibilon's stalking me now. So I'm going to show you the Possibilon today, and we'll just do a very quick demo, and then I'll go. Okay? But feel free to send me a text on Twitch if you happen to be on Twitch right now. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Okay? So, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the Possibilon. If you want more details, I have more Twitch streams, more YouTubes, where we go into much more detail. So, I'm just going to give you a quick overview today. Okay, so what I've done is, I've made this quantum computing alien being way over there. That's the Possibilon. Okay, it's a cyber alien being, and I have to find a way to talk to it. And I have to find a way to get it to recommend for me a possible world, like the world bubbles here on this world table. I would like the Possibilon to recommend a new kind of world for me to visit one day, or possibly recommend pre-existing worlds. Now, each of these bubbles on the table, I could click on and actually go to them. And if you look very carefully at each of these bubbles, which are open in real time right now, you can see pictures there. Picture previews of the kind of worlds they are. You also see the names of the worlds, and who's in that world right now. There's 6 people in this world, 2 people in this world, 3 people in this world, etc. So I'm going to ask the Possibilon way over there to make an appointment with me and help me pick a possible world, either from the world table or just a world with possible world with tags that I can collect. Alright, so that's my plan. So, but first, let's read the instructions over here. Alright, I'm going to read this out to you because it might be hard for you to see. I don't have my reading glasses on in VR, but I can still read this for you. If you hate being read to, sorry about that. Okay, so the Possibilon. Yes, I made this in 2021, at the very end of 2021. And then we finally were able to finish and tweak everything and make it ready for exhibition in very early 2022. It's February 2022 as I Twitch this right now, Twitch stream this. Okay, so the Possibilon. It's a virtual quantum oracle. The Possibilon is a quantum oracle and a cyber alien virtual being. Because it's an alien, and there's the Possibilon now. Because it is an alien, it does not know how to speak to you directly. It likes to wander around and sing to itself while waiting for quantum oracle appointments. See the instructions for more information. Okay, so I will come over here. Here are the instructions. Yes, they're hard to read unless you look very closely at them. I will help you out, though. Instructions. To begin the appointment with the Possibilon, please wear the glasses. So I'm going to get some glasses very soon. Please wear the special viewing glasses if you wish the Possibilon, I think I should say, to suggest a possible Neo's world for you to explore one day. The Possibilon floats around and sings to itself while waiting for appointments. Hi, Possibilon, are you singing right now? Looks like you are. You're making a weird kind of drone sound. It sings to itself, so the Possibilon singing to itself for appointments. If you are the one wearing the glasses, I will be, the Possibilon will come over to communicate with you. Okay. After wearing the glasses, please be close to the Possibilon and pay attention to some instructions viewable in the glasses. Alright? Yes, that makes sense, because the Possibilon is a cyber alien being. It cannot communicate with me directly. It must communicate through through some other way. Okay, the glasses will help translate for you what the Possibilon wishes to say to you. Okay, the Possibilon will give you a special prediction in the form of a gift. Right on. Created just for you to save in your inventory. Okay, this gift will look kind of weird. It will either look like a possible world globe with just tags, or a possible world globe with tags and orbiting worlds that are available on the world table to also look at. These are worlds that might actually exist. Okay, we'll see if our world today is going to be possible as a gift, or if it's going to be referring to actual worlds that already exist. Okay, You never know because it's live and in real time. Last instruction. Please allow someone else to wear the glasses once you've received your gift. Well, there's just me here today, so that's not a problem. Okay, so it's going to be me that's going to be interacting with the Possibilon today. The reason I'm recording today is because we use a quantum computer over a cloud service, D-Wave. D-Wave has a cloud service in Burnaby, which is near where I live in real life, in Vancouver. And it's a 5,000 qubit quantum annealer or data sorter. But we have to pay by a subscription, and it's not cheap. And our monthly subscription actually ends probably the next time I'm in Neos. So that's why I'm going to interact with the Possibilon today, because the Possibilon might not have access to its Quantum Oracle service for much longer. Okay, we'd have to get more money to reactivate the Possibilon's quantum brain. Okay, so here's maybe our last chance today to interact with the Possibilon. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to make an appointment with the Possibilon. Let's make me the person. Okay, now if you look over here, you can see my reflection too in the background a little bit. Possibilon's waiting for me to wear some glasses. So let me get some glasses on. There's some glasses. Now I'll put these glasses on. Alright, now I can read these instructions, see? Please ensure you're standing in front of me at the world table. I am. The Possibilon will quickly scan my avatar for identification. Here's a bit of a spoiler alert, but what the Possibilon is doing is stereotyping me, is judging me. You'll see in a minute. Let's get closer. Oh, there we go. I just had to get closer. Scanning me. Avatar identification complete. So what the Possibilon's done is it has stereotyped my appearance. If you look at my appearance, of course I have glasses on right now, which look pretty cool, right? Pretty cyber. I look like what you would call in the virtual community a furry. I have ears. I'm yellow. I am purple. I got fur on my chest. The Possibilon has probably already stereotyped me as furry. Alright? So, what kind of worlds do furries want to go to? Okay, so the Possibilon's already thinking about that. What kind of world? It probably recognized me as a furry. It scanned me using machine learning. That Guillermo made. Guillermo's a fantastic machine learning programmer that is one of the founders of the Oxford AI Society. Okay. Anyway, he did a wonderful job with machine learning and to have the Possibilon recognize me as a furry. So the Possibilon now is keeping in mind through a big data matrix all the possible Neos tags that I might be interested in, or meta tags. You know, on a web page they have meta tags that describe the web page to visit for search optimization, or a blog page or something like that. Well, same idea, or a Twitter feed. Same idea here, except the Possibilon is stereotyping me based on my appearance, and then figuring out the kind of tags of the worlds I would like to visit. These all have tags. These worlds all have tags. This might be a forest world here. This one might be a sea world. This one could be... Well, that's my world. There's one of me there. One could be for training. The Metaverse Training Center is there. Okay, so there's a bunch of worlds. So, the Possibilon has scanned me and stereotyped me. Alright? I've been stereotyped. Now, it has an idea what kind of worlds I would like to visit. Now, what I need to do is these panels have opened up, and I get to decide for myself the kind of worlds I wish to visit. Alright, so let's have a look. What kind of worlds would I be comfortable with? Each of these menus has a slider to indicate the intensity of, let's say, my comfort in this case. What am I comfortable with? Okay, for social level, what kind of world would I like to visit? Would I be comfortable visiting? I'm comfortable visiting an event. Okay, I don't mind if there's some party going on. Now, am I comfortable with a big world, empty world, or a world with gravity? I guess I'm comfortable with a big world right now. Time of day. I'm comfortable with day. Okay? And I made it down here in the slider right now. All of this fairly comfortable. What am I also comfortable with? I'm comfortable with plants. I have a plant in real life. Alright. I am comfortable with things... Well, I'm not comfortable with things being spooky. I'm comfortable with winter. Okay? I think winter's okay. I'm comfortable with it being an office space. I'm comfortable with my possible world. I'm going to do some contradictions here. Well, it's not quite a contradiction, but I'm going to say I'm comfortable with parties in an event. Now, in Neos, you can contradict yourself. Sorry, in a quantum computer, you can contradict yourself, not in Neos. In a quantum computer, it works differently than a classical computer. It can take contradictory data and anneal or sort it and still come up with an answer. All right, it sounds pretty weird, but that's what that does. Okay, that's what it does really well, better than the classical computer. All right, do I want a celebrity there? I'm comfortable with that. A celebrity in this case would be like... Oh, sorry, you didn't see me select that. Prestige, I selected creator here. I'm comfortable with... Oh, sorry. I'm comfortable with having a celebrity. And by celebrity, I mean a neo-celebrity. Maybe it's the founder, Fruxius, or something like that. Okay? All right. Environmental features. I'll say I'm comfortable with a maze, even though deep down I'm not. All right, let's move on to the next table. What kind of... one moment. What kind of world do I really want to see? And I can change how much I really want. Kind of really want to totally really want. Let's say I'll say I kind of really want. A world that has a social level of chill. I really want to be chill. But I want to be empty. Well, could be like abandoned. I really want a night world. I'm a night owl. I really want a world with water. I love VR water. I really want cyberpunk world. I really want the cyberpunk world to be a city. I want this for... Let's make it kind of weird. Let's say I want it for business. I really want it for business. Even though I don't really care about people too much. Let's say I really care. I said I was comfortable with a creator, but let's say I really want a creator. Let's say I really want someone like Fruxius to show up, who's the founder of Neos. And yet, even though I said I wanted it for business, let's do some contradictions here. Maybe I wanted it as a playground. Business playground. Okay. Let's go to the next one. What will I tolerate in terms of social level? Tolerating it being social. I tolerate it being having gravity. I tolerate it being evening. I tolerate the sea. It's not quite water, but I'll tolerate that. I'll tolerate spooky, but I don't really like spooky much. I tolerate it being spacey. I tolerate it being for art. I'll tolerate it being an old world. And I'll tolerate it having a loft. Moving on. What do I don't care about? Yeah, I don't care if it's abandoned. I don't care if it's big. I don't care if it's daytime. I might be contradicting myself. Just one moment, please. I don't care if there's woods or a forest in it. I don't care if it's like VR chat. I don't care if there's a desert. I don't care if it's a hangout. I don't care if it's new. And I don't care if it's a cube. I don't know what it means to be a cube, but we'll find out. What do I not want? I can say what I really don't want, see if this works. Again, it deals with contradictions. QPU, the quantum processing unit, part of Possibilon's mind, deals with contradictions. Social level. I'm going to contradict myself. I say I don't want it to be abandoned, even though I said I did earlier. I'm going to contradict myself again. I don't want an old time of day. I don't want there to be a sky. Most things have... Well, let's say I don't want a pool. I don't want a Halo-themed world, even though I like it normally. I don't want... Okay, I said cyberpunk, but let's say I don't want a grid. This is going to be tough. But I want there to be competition, or I don't want there to be competition. And I don't want there to be no creator. And I don't want there to be a theater. Alright, moving on. Okay, am I done? Oh, maybe I'm done. Okay, so if I'm done, what's going to happen next is I'm going to hit a submit button, and it'll submit all my preferences, which go into one spreadsheet matrix with all these Hamiltonian values or energy values, with my likes and dislikes, and they're using actual float numbers. And this 120 by 120 matrix, a very detailed energy preference matrix, is going to be mixed in with the preferences for what the Possibilon thinks I want. So what I really want is mixed with, or don't want, is mixed with what the Possibilon stereotyping me to think I want or don't want. And all of this will then go to... well, hold on a second. See the world table here? The Possibilon will scan all the worlds open right now. Every time you enter a world in Neos, you open a world for everyone else to see where you are and everything else, right? Right? So someone's in the Cineplex right now, someone's in this dropout place, someone's in the training center. Okay? So, the Possibilon, as soon as I agree to submit to the quantum computer part of the Possibilon's quantum oracle brain, it will scan and actually look through machine learning, look at all of these pictures inside of each of these worlds that are open right now, these bubbles, these multiverse bubbles open right now, and will extract tags for what tags seem to be in these worlds. Does this world seem to have a forest in it or some water in it based on the picture? Does this world seem to be green? Well, there's green grass underneath that guy there. Maybe some green is a tag it extracts. It can extract 116 tags. Okay? These are possible tags that I've selected from with the UI here, the user interface. Okay, so this might take a while, okay? As soon as I hit the submit button, it could take, if it's working, it can take up to 5 minutes. Now, the actual quantum calculation is only going to be, it's only going to be like milliseconds or even maybe nanoseconds to calculate the quantum result, to anneal the result. Quantum computers can be much faster than the classical computer. However, we are in a lineup, in a queue, for the quantum computers that actually reside in Burnaby. Okay, the suburb of Vancouver, which is about a 20-minute drive from where I am. So, Possibilon sends a question, and it sends all this data out, all this messy data, and contradictory data maybe, out to the quantum computer at D-Wave. But there might be other agencies in the way waiting to use that computer. There might be the CIA, or the US military, or a bank, or a petroleum company, or someone else. In fact, it might be busy today because, who knows, maybe Russia will invade Ukraine. And maybe the CIA needs to borrow this computer right now to see the likelihood of that happening like today versus tomorrow or never, or in the far future or whatever. So we'll see how much time it will take. Normally it could take up to 5 minutes. If it runs longer than 5 minutes, then I just got to check to make sure my connection to the quantum computer is working correctly. Okay, but let's just start the query now and let's hope it works. It might happen really fast. It might be that the Possibilon goes around the table very quickly and gives me, just magically appears out of nowhere, this magic orb of the possible world that I can select and store in my inventory. It might happen in seconds, or it might be minutes. Let's see what happens, okay? I'm going to click submit. All right, am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Here we go. Oh, it's already given me a result. Here it comes. Look how fast that was. This is the quantum result. Look how fast. So it says, I've chosen these world tags for you. Space, island, snow, art, event, winter, day, and creator. These are the tags. Now, do these tags match any of the worlds here? I don't think so. So maybe that's why none of the worlds appear around the sword. So I can save this to my inventory. See, save to inventory? I can do that. Ka-ching, it's there. Now I can destroy it. So, let me take off these glasses. And I'm going to allow the Possibilon to roam free. It's no longer bound to me. Bye-bye, Possibilon. Now the Possibilon will wander around and do its own thing, waiting for appointments, because I'm no longer an appointee. So you got an example of the kind of result you can get. I just got that result live just right now. There were no similar worlds from this table that matched my query. Maybe my query was really awkward and messy from this world table right here. Okay, but let me show you something quickly. I'm going to use my first-person view. Whoops. And I'm going to open, you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to open my inventory to show you a fantastic world that it delivered the very first time we used it. It is... Just got to find it. Oh yeah, I remember. I saved it to my inventory because it was a fantastic one. It went crazy. In a good way. Just give me a minute here. You can't really see what I'm doing here. Just give me a minute. Here's one. Look at this. This is one of the first results we had received. See all the possible worlds that are available? Or these are actual worlds that are available. Right now there's 2 people in there, 2 people in there, 1 person in there, you get the idea. And these are the tags that this one chose for me at the time. Possibilon chose me at the time. I've chosen these tags, world tags for you. Club, bar, DJ, social, and night. Clearly there's a lot of DJing and nightclub action, that's why this is active all the time. Alright, in fact, look, you see the Metaverse Training Center there? We see that here? Well, let's look over here. Is it open right now? Yes, it is. There it is. That's why it's appearing right now. Is there 1 person there? Yep, 1 person there. So this is corresponding live between what's on the world table and what's here. Unfortunately for me, when I had selected my interface and my preferences, I didn't really pick DJing and nightclubbing, did I? I picked things like abandoned and empty. So I guess it gave me, the one it gave me had none of these available worlds to visit. All right, it just gave me the suggested tags for a possible world later. Anyway, I already have this in my inventory. I can hold it, I can grab it. It's not an NFT, I can't sell this. It's for free. You can even have a copy of it if you want. Okay, I'm going to destroy it. I'm not really destroying that result. I'm just destroying a copy of it. And there's the Possibilon. And these are my glasses, which you can take on and off. They look cool, right, in Cyber. But I'm done with those. I'm going to destroy those too. So, let me know if you have any questions about the Possibilon. You can email me at ideatron@gmail.com. Probably by the time I'm in Neos again, though, the quantum computer service will have expired. We would have run out of money. And we don't make money. It's non-profit. Liz and I, we're just non-profit. We received an arts grant. So, speaking of that, I would like to thank with Liz, the Canada Council for the Arts, for funding this project. It's one of the first instances of a non-player character, possibly the first instance of a non-player characters using a quantum computing. Okay, so Liz, my project partner, or J.E. Solo, she is probably the very first to do so. She used the songstress non-player character that predicts poetry in her style, using the quantum Possibilon D-Wave, using the quantum D-Wave 5000 qubit annealer, the same one I'm using. And here's my Possibilon in the background. That's what I made as part of our grant together. But I didn't make this entirely by myself. I designed it by myself, but I have to give credit for other people that have helped me. So, for example, let me show you. This table was designed by Aegis Wolf, who's a Neo staff member, but I textured it myself. Okay, so, but he made the table part. Of course, this world table is part of Neo's normally. I didn't really design a world table. I designed this space, though, and this texture I got and modified. Alright, so I did that, and I designed, the Possibilon here. Hey! I designed the Possibilon, and of course, I conceptually organized everything with the Possibilon. But there are other people that are also responsible for its creation. Just to make the Possibilon move around at all. It's going to fly by me? Oh no, it's not. It's behind me. The Possibilon, for the Possibilon to even move like that and move around, And to do anything, including scanning the table and everything else, I have to thank Lucas Rossetti mainly for the Logix programming. Logix is an in-world thing in Neos where you can actually program inside of here, inside of VR. Neos VR is a true metaverse. By that I mean you can import and export from the real world in and out of a social VR space like this. But you can actually code in here as well. And Lucas, great guy that he is, he coded the finite state behaviors of Possibilon right here. This gender-neutral cyber alien being. This cyber ghost that seems to fly through things. So Lucas is responsible for helping make this ghost. I originally wanted a Possibilon to exist in multiple worlds all at the same time. Kind of like being in quantum superposition. But we didn't quite have the means to do that. Alright, what else did I want to say about the Possibilon? So Lucas did a lot of the actual coding inside of Neos VR here. Yeah. Guillermo Perez did a lot of the machine learning to recognize things, recognize the worlds, to have the Possibilon recognize my avatar. Alright. He did some Logix programming as well. But he gets credited for all the machine learning. He's, as I mentioned earlier, he founded the Oxford AI Society. Brilliant guy. So glad that he could help out. So he's part of the Possibilon's design. Another guy is Jared Bittner, or Circuitry, and he did the user interface design. Remember you saw those menus pop out? He did that. He did some coding also with Logix coding with the Possibilon here. He did that as well. And a few other things. So fantastic. Thank you so much. And they're all part of this company based on Austria, founded by Konrad Gill, called VIARSys. Okay, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. VIARSys. Okay, anyway, out of Vienna, Austria. Very cool, very cool. Thank you. As I said, the Canada Council for the Arts funded this project. And also, let's talk about the quantum programmers for a minute. So we had to have programmers that consulted about the best way to formulate a quantum problem that's better than a classical computing problem, or more unique to quantum computers than the classical computers, and program for that using Python and things like that, to be able to have the Possibilon's brain, behind me, communicate with the D-Waves annealing computer, quantum computer. So we have a whole team called Chicago Quantum, based, yes, in Chicago. We had there were 3 people on that team, really, that we talked with directly. 2 acted mainly in consulting roles, and the third was the programmer and the consultant. So we had the consultants, we had Jeffrey Cohen and Clark Alexander. Fantastic guys, thank you very much. And also Alex Kahn, who designed the programming for the QPU. And you can talk to Alex. He teaches quantum computing in the U.S. I think it's Baltimore, I'm not sure where he's at. But if you look at some other YouTube videos, you can find them. You'll see Alex talking about, as an avatar in Neos, he's a similar kind of furry to me. He's a bat, I think. Anyway, as a cyber bat, he talks to you about how the annealer works. Okay? There should be some footage of that from Alex out there somewhere. But Alex is an expert in quantum computers, and now he's also an expert in quantum computers and hooking them up to metaverse non-player characters for machine learning and AI as well. So fantastic. And if I left anyone else out, please let me know in terms of credits. Always happy to include credits. The audio I designed, the singing kind of drone, was pretty easy to do. And of course, Liz, my project partner, without her, we would have not gotten this funding, and neither of us would have made an NPC to our satisfaction without working together. So thanks a lot for that. And also the Neos community is fantastic. Fruxius, who's the creator of Neos, and Carol, who is the CEO in terms of the financial aspect and the business aspect. Great guys and great people from the community that were always happy to help. And Nexalan, the community producer, community promoter, he had a chance to check this out. Fantastic time, great guy. I also have a lot of friends here. Thanks for all the friends. I had a friend, for example, named Halt, who compared my Possibilon to a cat. Maybe it's like Schrodinger's cat. That was a very cool comment. Anyway, I had a great time. So many good people, so many good friends showing up, checking out, and interacting with the Possibilon. I wish I could leave the Possibilon on for longer, but, you know, money is the thing that keeps this connection between Possibilon and the quantum computer together. Maybe we'll get more funding one day and reactivate the quantum computer connection for the Possibilon. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to say. So the Possibilon and I, where are you? Possibilon and I, Possibilon stalking me, trying to sneak up behind me. We would like to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, ideatron@gmail.com or the Black Bag Media Collective. You can check that out too. We'll tag where we can on social media and on YouTube, on Twitch. So thank you very much for your support and for checking this out. Feel free to send me a question or Liz a question. Okay, thank you. Bye now.